Hey, by the way, I do want to say, since we last met, I was sitting at Starbucks about to edit last week's show, and I dumped my chai latte on my computer keyboard. Everybody, yay!
Yay.
Which means I had to bite the bullet and spend $1,300 and get another chai.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Please be quiet, except for laughing. We've been a Zoom meeting civilization for 2 dang years. You know the drill. Just be polite. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our semi-quarantined world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Danny Browning,
plus funny songs from
Lauren Mayer,
and a Patti melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
I'm already here. Hey, everybody. You know what, Steve? We should go back to, if you remember in the beginning, we would hold up pictures in front of the camera.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, we should do that.
We should
That
go
was
back
stupid.
and do that. So, and you can
so
just say
lame.
it. Yeah, I think that'd be great. Hey, everybody, welcome. I'm Brad Tassell, and I decided I'm tired of being tubby. I'm kind of tubby, but I have not decided to stop eating. So that's just going to continue. Hey, this is the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell. I'm at home. Yay. So we might stay connected. Steve is out in Oregon, about to steal from somebody's house. And we are thrilled to have here today Danny Browning, one of my favorite friends and comedians, and also the love of our lives, Lauren Mayer. Everybody, let's hear it for Lauren Mayer as I take this off of there. And yes, last Wednesday, if you don't know, I was sitting at Starbucks and I dumped a chai latte onto my laptop keyboard. And the first thing that happened, because it was a chai latte, an emoji came up and said, yum. That's right. But then I knew there was trouble. I wiped it up, and then keys started to not work on the keyboard, and I was like, I am fagooed right now. I couldn't type, and then panic sets in. I'm like, my legacy. Like, future generations will lose my brilliance on this computer. And luckily, I've been able to transfer most of my hard drive over, and one of the good things and the problems is that, like most of us, 90% of what was on that computer is crap. And I don't want it. I'm looking at stuff going, oh yeah, I don't think transferring the hilarious song I thought of, Panty Dance, is going to do a thing, but no one's ever going to hear that song. But so my exploits. And also, I have a new laptop. And for those of you following me on the social media, found out that the first computer I bought also didn't work. So that's going to be okay. Forget all that. Let's start the show. I've written some jokes. Here they go. Number one, more scary news from the world of AI. Have you seen this? Someone asked ChatGPT the exact steps to destroy humanity. Did you see that?
Of course they do.
By the way, no one asks how to save humanity. That's not a thing. No one's asking that. But anyway, the bot processed for a long time, and in a very disturbing output, said exactly what it would take to end humanity as we know it. And the first step, pineapple on pizza. That was number one right there. Okay, that was number one. That was fun, wasn't it? Okay. Hey, by the way, if you're trying to get healthy, who does this? I got to change my picture so I can see everybody. Who does this? The new thing is ice baths. Who's taking an ice bath? Anybody?
Not on purpose.
Not
No.
on
Steve, you
purpose.
taking an ice bath?
No, sir.
No, but somebody's rubbing their mic heartily right now. Okay. The new thing, everybody, for health is ice baths. It helps with inflammation and swelling, evidenced by the fact that when I sat in the tub, my penis hid behind my spleen. That. Okay. I'm going to say that joke again.
Please.
And everyone pretend I said it for the first time. If you're trying to get healthy, the new thing is ice baths. It helps with inflammation and swelling, evidenced by the fact that when I sat in the tub, my penis hid behind my spleen.
Give me $100
And it's
and
still
Japanese
there,
television
everybody.
not to say
Still
that.
there. Okay, next up. Hey, the Dalai Lama is in some hot saliva. I mean, water. Did y'all see he was goofing around with a young boy by asking him to suck his tongue? Because that's what you do with the kids these days for fun, don't you? I guess this is a Tibet thing, is it? His most lamaness has apologized. He said, I should have done what a real llama would do and just spit at the kid.
Nah.
Oh.
And his parents agree. By the way, in Tibet, in Tibet, a traditional greeting is sticking out your tongue, which goes back to a myth from the 9th century about a king who had a black tongue. Did you know that? That's true. The response to the greeting is not sucking the tongue, though. That is not the response. The response and the traditional response for sticking out your tongue from the 1940s, Mo grabbing it with a large set of pliers. Oh, Elena, you know the Three Stooges?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, hey, who knows? Oh, wow. The historic trial between Fox News and Dominion Voting Systems has been delayed until tomorrow.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's right. Fox said they needed one more day to get their personalities into the doctor for vocal cord removal. Which is all that's going to save them on the stand, let me tell you. By the way, the Fox versus Dominion trial brings out the two words that are the greatest fear of Trump and all MAGA and GOP mouthpieces, under oath. Yeah, Hannity and Ingram and Tucker will not be able to take the fifth either. So they expect I'll be drinking one. I don't remember. Okay. Now a joke that I love that makes no sense. Here we go. Broadway's longest running show, The Phantom of the Opera, will close after almost 14,000 performances. Is anybody's favorite show?
Yes.
Alice's favorite show? Alan?
My second.
14,000 performances. The show was forced to close because after 35 years, the Phantom had no place left to hide in the theater. There he is. He's right there. No, he's right there. He's under the stairs. Okay. All right. I guess you have to know the show to get that joke. Okay. Hey, SpaceX. We all love the SpaceX. SpaceX was to launch the most powerful. I should read these once over. It'd be easier. SpaceX was to launch the most powerful rocket ever built today. They were supposed to do that, but the mission was scrubbed. CEO Elon Musk said his sole purpose for creating SpaceX is to someday develop a vehicle to establish a settlement on Mars to populate with his kids. There'll be over 300 by that time. And if Nick Cannon takes the same offer and sends his kids, Mars will be full.
Yeah.
Add Mick Jagger's kids and you got an entire country. Okay. Oh, Dateline, April 17th. A woman in Florida spent her life savings and finished paying off her daughter's cancer treatment. And later that day won millions in the lottery. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Good for her.
Yeah, that happened today. Well, isn't that a fortunate timing, said the IRS. We'll take ours. Yep, April 18th is tax day. Alice just finished hers yesterday, right?
Mhm.
That's right. Yep, April 18th is tax day this year, so I hope you are prepared. And April 19th is traditionally where'd that hemorrhoid come from day. especially this year. Although Alice got money back, I owed $5,000. That was fun, wasn't it? I know, which is odd because I only made $5,000. They took it all. A museum is offering $25,000 to the person who finds the remains of a meteorite that crashed in the woods of Maine last week. 50,000 if the SpaceX logo is still intact.
Good.
All right.
Good one.
New York City has hired a woman for their rat czar position, and it pays $155,000 a year. She will now take on the task of keeping George Santos on Long Island. No rats. And he's the biggest. Hey, did you see this? This is wild. I'll be in Spain in about 12 days.
Whoa.
On a crossing, but a Spanish athlete, Beatriz Flamini, just spent 500 days alone in a cave.
Yeah.
She has now emerged, and the GOP in Kansas are excited to examine her genitals.
What?
See, that's what they're doing to the athletes there.
Yeah.
Okay, you know,
Nope.
it's lovely. Okay, well, let's throw that one away and move on. Two more. Scientists from the Smithsonian have been studying plastic garbage dumped in the sea. They have removed hundreds of pieces of plastic from near the shore and found it is being colonized by a vast array of different species, and those organisms are reproducing on the plastic. Isn't that wild?
Of course they are.
Yeah, no, it's amazing to see life being created on plastic like this. Commented one researcher, right? That's what they said. Now, scientists also said the organisms that live on latex are forever saying, it doesn't feel as good, baby. I love you. All right. I'm pausing. Okay, here we go. Everybody get ready.
Oh.
And right here in Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen, right here in Kentucky, a 27-year-old respiratory therapist named Taylor Hazelwood is suing Netflix. Does anybody know why?
No.
He's suing Netflix because they used his picture holding an axe in a documentary about the convicted killer hatchet-wielding hiker. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see
There's
that.
a documentary called The Hatchet-Wielding Hiker on Netflix, and they used this guy's picture whenever they talked about the murderer, that he was the murderer. The streaming service used an Instagram photo of Hazelwood multiple times, saying he was convicted murderer Caleb McGiver. No, what is it? McGiver. Wow, I don't know. By the way, Hazelwood wants $1 million and spoilers for the next season of Wednesday. All right, Steve, do I need to bring you in, or you can find yourself?
I've had it.
It's Steve Goodie, everybody.
Yay!
I was about 72% on that, I think.
Wow.
Hey,
Very nice.
that
I'm
was-
sorry, it took me a second to go. I couldn't find myself. It turns out I was hiding behind Brad's spleen.
That's
I'm
it.
here.
You're my penis, is what you just
Everything's
said.
fine. Everything's fine. All right. Hey, guess what? I think it's time for a top 10. Let's do it.
Let's do it, brother.
Yes.
As has been made abundantly clear, I am not at home in Nashville right now. I am in the Northwest, specifically South Beach, Oregon. Yay, clap. Yay. But things are still going on back in Nashville. Things have been going nuts in Nashville. Makes me think I should not be leaving. Something is going on every single day. And I've been gone a month. But just the past 2 weeks have been nuts. So the next top 10 category is top 10 things that have happened in 2 weeks in Nashville.
Ooh.
I know. Number 10. 15,000 Los Angelinos moved in, bought pink cowboy hats, and drunkenly pedaled around downtown. You know, as per Number 9. My grass grew 3 feet, and my mower almost started. And as a result, number 8, I hired a musician to mow my lawn from 2,000 miles away. Yeah, that part is true. Number 7, civil rights got set back 100 years as Republicans expelled Democrats while very nearly using the word uppity. I know. Number 6, 6 generations of cicadas lived and died in my mailbox. Number 5, a perfectly effective and legal prescription drug nearly became illegal because right-wing lunatics in Texas.
That's right.
Yep.
Number 4, the rights of the AR-15 might possibly become ever so slightly less important than the lives of 3 9-year-olds, maybe.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Nah.
Number 3, I decided that I will father 2 boys and name them both Justin.
Just in time.
Not going to be confusing at all. These are top 10 things that happened the past 2 weeks in Nashville. Number 2, some idiot fired 2,000 rounds into some beer cans and Budweiser's stock went through the roof.
And he missed the other 2 cases.
And the number 1 thing that's happened in the past 2 weeks in Nashville. Civil rights jumped forward 120 years as 2 Justins got unanimously reinstated after being expelled by a collection of duly elected white supremacists, while one of those white supremacists, aka Speaker of the Tennessee House, is about to get fired for not residing in the district he was elected to represent. Yeehaw!
I was waiting for the music.
Yeah, it's here. You can't hear it too good, but I plug it in later and everything's fine.
Sing it. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Goodie, everybody.
This is what I get for doing what Brad tells me to do.
Yeah, I'm doing it. You know what I'm doing? I'm finding Lauren Mayer.
And it's a certain Lauren Mayer.
I found her. Look at that. It's Lauren Mayer, everybody. Yay.
Hi. California blonde this time.
Hey, and Lauren, a little snubbed by Steve, who just drove by her house.
Okay, we waved. Steve and I can just commune mentally.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Mental communion. Yes. So.
Lauren, you know the deal. I'm going to play an intro for you. Then you're going to play a song. Then I've got to answer it. And then you're going to do another one. Ready?
Got it.
Here we go.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
Hi. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
So I always try to, rise above. Oh, my curtains are. Yeah. Don't pay attention, no attention to the person behind the curtain. So I always try to be very sophisticated in my humor and rise above sophomoric jokes, but
Really?
but sometimes I just can't resist. And a couple of weeks ago, this was my weekly song. For those of you who don't know me, I do a song every week about the news, and I thought you guys would appreciate this one. If you've been following the whole Trump indictment story, one of the key witnesses in the Manhattan DA's case against him was the former publisher of the National Enquirer, who did something they called catch and kill, where he would buy stories and then not release them to help his friends out. And let's just say this man had the most appropriate name, so I couldn't resist. So here we go. So there, you can hear this. I'll tell you about a fella who ran a tabloid, known for the sleazy tactics he employed. For pals making news they wish to avoid, he'd buy up the stories and have them destroyed. Davy Pecker, king of the catch and kill. I mean, you can't write this. The National Enquirer staked its claim as trashy and lurid without any shame. So with this story, can you honestly blame me for noting the guy has a real perfect name? Davy Pecker, king of the catch and kill. But the stories were not destroyed, now they say. Turns out the evidence was all stashed away about the hush money Trump asked him to pay, and he testified about it to the Manhattan DA. Davy Pecker, who knows what he's gonna spill? Now we all knew old Donnie had a cheating streak. More women coming forward nearly every week. With this news, things sure look bleak. Trump's worried about what his pecker will leak. Davy Pecker, yeah, the jokes are going straight downhill. So many laws of which Trump was a wrecker. Till now, out of legal woes, he'd been a trekker. So, of course, we're like a gleeful rubbernecker, watching him get brought down by his pecker. Davy Pecker, he might all our hopes fulfill. Yeehaw!
Yeah. That was great.
I can't
That was
believe I
fantastic.
That was incredible.
Love it.
And you got to spend hours thinking of rhymes for pecker.
Yep.
Man, I think you got them all. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, except that I'm going to do this song because Kathy likes it and I like playing it. This has nothing to do with this. Is like what if Forrest Gump was a hit songwriter in the 80s? I'm just going with this. Hi. My name is Forrest Gump. Jenny, you're the girl for me. You don't know it, but you make me so happy. Jenny, I got your number. I need to make you mine. Jenny, don't change your number. 867. I'm not a smartphone, but I know what your number is. 867. Back to Lauren. Yay.
Oh my gosh, how can
Follow
I
that.
All right, I will follow that by another sort of non sequitur, but since Steve was talking about what if Forrest Gump had been a songwriter, he showed off his unique songwriting gift. So I'll show off my new album. How's that for a segue? I have a new album about being a Jewish mother. Trying to reframe the sort of the negative stereotypes about it and seeing if I can find other things about being a Jewish mother that are funny besides making fun of us as being horrible, nagging, shrewish guilt machines. So here's something else I think that's funny about being a Jewish mother that my kids told me I had to write. And so, this relates to Steve wanting to have 2 kids named Justin. So this was inspired by my own son.
Excellent.
And it's from my new album, Don't Mind Me, I'll Just Sit Here in the Dark. So here we go. When Jewish people get together with family and friends, we're so glad we've met together, but we hate when the party ends. So we've got a ritual to bring things to a close, a sweet routine you may have seen, and this is how it goes. Whee! First you check the time and then start saying, kids, it's time to go. They know that means that they can keep playing 2 more hours or so. You make your rounds to say farewell to all assorted personnel and have a bit more brisket. What the hell? That's doing the Jewish goodbye. You look at Cousin Marvin's photos, then you talk to Grant and Great Aunt Seidel, who tells Bubby about her hernia, which starts the organ recital. I'm a bunions, my bursitis. You should be spared such arthritis. More guests have arrived by then, so you start all over again. Hello, everybody. First you realize tomorrow morning you have an early meeting. You give your relatives fair warning, your time together is fleeting. You work your way around the crowd, you gotta shout cause it's gotten loud, but there's no quick escapes allowed, doing the Jewish goodbye. Sound familiar? You see, we all have the same relatives we meet at each event. Each bat mitzvah, wedding, bris, or reception room. You know, you've got an Uncle Saul whose jokes are hokey, Cousin Cheryl who loves karaoke, kissy face Aunt Doris who always wears too much perfume. And though they're nuts, we adore them, so we don't want to ignore them. First you say the party's been sublime, but you gotta go, so you tell the kids, pack your stuff, it's time to say so long farewell. You make your rounds to say adieu to you and you and you and you. Although departing makes you blue, that's doing the Jewish goodbye. Oops, gotta hit the lavatory. Whoops, did I miss Fran and Maury? Always time for one more story. Just another minute or two. That's doing the Jewish goodbye. Bye.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
Man, I can't help but think if you'd done that one first, I could actually have answered it.
Yeah. Well, what do you got?
Oh, well, it's too late now.
Okay.
By
the way,
talking about goodbye.
That was wonderful. I wanted to, since you guys are here, I did want to tell you a quick bit of justice that happened in the world. As the magician and I were leaving in Aruba last week on the ship, there were two dudes in their mid-30s sitting there early in the morning, like 6 a.m. And we're like, what are these dudes here? They were getting kicked off the celebrity ship because the night before they were a little drunk and these people had asked them to not be so loud. And they started throwing literally every anti-Semitic slur you could. And immediately celebrity off the ship, took all their stuff.
That's the first nice thing I've ever heard about celebrity cruises, so that's good.
Oh, well, there's a lot of nice thing. No, hey, they had a comic on board. They left him at the dock. He was on a ship out of New York, and he starts doing a bunch of Holocaust jokes. And they stopped his show, and they was like, next board, he was like, and he was off too. So no, celebrity does a lot of good stuff. Why? What?
Good.
You got to be able to read the boat.
That's right. Read the boat. Well, and this boat.
Let's just say there's a lot of my people who take cruises, so it's probably not a good idea to do anti-Semitic jokes on.
Well, and tell them to come on Celebrity. They can come on. They can come on. Don't have a good time.
I'll go on Celebrity. My kids are grown. I can go do stuff now.
Come on, do it. So what's your new album again, Lauren?
Called Don't Mind Me. I'll just sit here in the dark.
Don't mind me. I'll just sit here in the dark.
Mayorshop.com or Lauren Mayer.
All right. Thank you, Lauren.
Yay.
Thank you.
And now, does he have his camera on, everybody? Yes, he does. I found him. We're adding him right here. It's Danny Browning. He's here.
What's up?
Hi, Danny.
Thank you. Thank you. I heard nothing but silent applause, and I appreciate it.
That's all
Well,
you're
did
gonna
you
get.
see? We were all doing this.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I
Could
did.
be worse. We could have you airlifted out of this show.
Oh, you know what? Please.
Yes.
I've been looking at my AI for words that rhyme with pecker. Are you kidding?
Boris Becker.
Boris Becker.
Schmecker.
Chubby Checker.
Oh, save it for the show.
Yeah, Chubby Decker. And so what? You had silent applause when you came on. Hopefully the laughter won't be silent here when we do the intros.
We'll just see. Here comes the intro.
Let's
Hooray.
see.
Any second now.
It's time for a big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Danny Browning.
Thank you. Thank you very much. No, please. Only silent claps from now on, everybody. It's very cool to be here. I was telling a friend of mine I was going to do this, and she said, "Oh, that sounds so nostalgic."
Yeah.
And so I started day drinking at 10 a.m. and I just concluded my third business meeting of the day. So it's great. It always reminds me, I tell this story every time, but it always reminds me of during quarantine, I did a virtual date on this thing, a virtual date, you guys. And the date was virtual, but the pain was real, okay? At some point, just to try to make light of the situation, I was like, oh, well, at least you didn't have to shave your legs for this, right?
Oh, I heard that.
He looks at me right in the camera and says, I wouldn't have shaved my legs anyway because you wouldn't have been touching my legs. Dude, this is how bad it was going. I couldn't wait to get home, and I was already here. And so now, like, that was back then though. Now I'm like in a they call it a committed relationship. So yes, please, all the silent claps on that. And this is how committed it was. We each have a young daughter. Mine's about to turn 13 and hers is younger. And we drove them 12 hours to northern Alabama, or to southern Alabama rather. We drove 12 hours to the beach. Me and 3 females in the car. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it is why God invented marijuana. It truly is. But to try to, to make it easier on them, the whole way down, I just like dedicated the radio to them, and I just created a Spotify list of like women's anthems from like top female artists from now in the past, just female anthems the whole way down, and they loved it. It was great. But by the time we got there, I started my period. So nobody wants that when they're on vacation. Let me tell you.
Nope.
Thank you. So yes, it is good to be here, you guys. I've been on the road a little bit. I just did a show in Michigan where I mistakenly started talking about this Bud Light stuff, and yeah, I had like a 72-year-old woman stand up and say, "We love our kid," and like threaten me because I mentioned Kid Rock's name. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to talk like Brad tonight. I don't.
Pages.
Holy schmolies. By the way, Brad's opening joke about the Starbucks and the chai coffee was super solid. That was maybe, of all the jokes he has told on here, that was definitely one of them. So give it up. Yeah, so here's my only thing about this, you guys. I was in Michigan, and like this guy, by the way, my cat just all of a sudden, hi. Hi. He's not near that nice. No, I got up there, and like this guy just starts ranting at me for like 5 minutes about how drinking Budweiser and Bud Light was un-American now, and I should be ashamed of myself, and I should pour it out that instant. And I was like, whoa, dude. First of all, I'm never coming through this Taco Bell drive-through again. This is ridiculous. Nobody should be. It's just crazy, man. Like, and then it's all because who? Travis Tritt? Is this? I mean, I know Kid Rock. The thing with Kid Rock is it's just too much money and too much time. And definitely too much meth. Did you see his eyeballs? Anyway, no, with Travis Tritt, half the people in the world don't even know who he is. And the other half, if they're anything like me, when they heard Travis Tritt's true feelings about Bud Light, my first question was, Travis Tritt is still alive? What is going on? I thought he died with Kenny Rogers. It
was a pack.
Oh, too soon. But and so here's my thing. I guess as time has gone on, we've seen that some people have like, I figured it out. If I want a Bud Light, I just get it out of the tap, out of the, and then I don't get side eye from angry looking white dudes. But the thing is, wait, I lost my, oh yeah. Here's the thing, you guys. First of all, Travis Tritt canceled Bud Light at his concerts, okay? And his next concert is in Oklahoma, all right? Everybody on here, Steve, Brad, we've all been to Oklahoma. And we can tell you that the people there, most of them got their first taste of Bud Light off their mama's teat. Okay. I don't see how he's going to cancel. And then the thing with Kid Rock, this is all because they put somebody's picture, a random person's picture on a can and sent it to this person. That's it. That's what's caused this whole thing. I would not waste, look, Kid Rock had 3 cases of beer that he shot up. Dude, I don't care whose picture is on a bottle of Bud Light. I'm still drinking it. It could be O.J. Simpson. It could be George Stalin. It could be any one of the Kardashians. I do not care.
Oh.
I mean, the Kim bottle you would have to hold with both hands, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys. And Michigan is a weird state, if I may add, like, because they're like super like conservative, but then they have marijuana dispensaries up there. So, like, no kidding. I saw a gigantic billboard that said, "God is real." And then the very next billboard said, "The House of Dank." And it's like the House of Dank. Well, if God is telling me to go there, right? And so I'm wandering in. I live in a state where all of that is evil, right? So I wander into the place and I'm like blessing myself with bong water. The guy's like, what? All right. Thank you. I'm gonna wait and soak up all of it from that one person who's laughing.
More than one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. What else can I tell you before I go? Oh, here's another thing I saw. This was back near Christmas time. This was in Missouri. This is how I know things are getting wackadoo. Me and the other comic, we were driving through this like country area and we saw a nativity scene way down somebody's driveway and the baby Jesus was holding a "Let's Go Brandon" sign.
Oh, no. Oh my God.
And he was like, "Dude, we got to get a picture. Dude, we got to get a picture." And I'm like, "Dude, if ever there were a property we do not need to be trespassing on." He's like, "How do you know they have guns?" I'm like, "Because the wise man is holding one."
Oh
God.
Yes, that's what I said. And then look at that orange. At first, I thought I had something growing right
Yeah,
there.
what was that?
What's even my age? You never know. It could be.
Oh.
I woke up one morning and all of a sudden, this is so true. It's not even funny. I woke up and my elbow was really hurting and it was swollen really bad. And I had to go to like 3 weeks of physical therapy for that. And I don't even know what happened. So, thanks. Yes. I'm not aging well at all. I don't even know. Brad, just wave to me when you need me to bail.
Whenever you finish, whenever you want.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. None of us have to work tomorrow, so
Wrap it up strong.
all right. All right. Let's see. Wrap it up strong. So, me and this other comic were in Michigan, and we saw a nativity scene. No, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
wait a minute.
Well, I'll tell you this. Then I gotta go. So, my daughter, she's 12 going on 13. She'll be 13 in a couple of months. My sweet little girl. She is 12, almost 13. She's 5'6", you guys. She's very tall. And yes, so at least part of me got in her and her mom, if you know what I'm saying. But thank you. The conversations are different now. Like when she was young, I would listen to every word she said. I would hang on every word. I would have her repeat a story to me as many times as she wanted, right? Tell me again, baby girl. Daddy wants to hear every story. Now, it's just so annoying. She's just such an annoying person. And like she gets in the car the other day and it's all about like, so Ashley said this, and then Ashley's mom, and this and that, and then Ashley and Breck or Brooke, whatever her name is, they're like ganging up and this and that, and she's like crying. We're not even out of the parking lot yet, and I'm like, baby girl, your friend Ashley is a bitch. Okay, get over it. Stay away from her. Now let's get to Taco Bell before happy hour is over. Please, let's go. All right, guys, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Danny Browning!
Oh,
Danny Browning, everybody.
yeah, that was great.
And his lumps that he has on his body. That's true. The top of your head. Put your head down. Let's see how the hairline's doing. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's
All right, yeah.
fine.
Oh, I'm at total comb over stage, you guys. I don't know what to do.
I think you've got the
Don't even get me
Jim
on that.
Gaffigan going.
What's that?
You got the Jim Gaffigan going. It's
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Get the this where they put the plugs in there. Get the plugs.
I tell you what, there's a million differences between me and Jim Gaffigan, and they are all in his bank account. Okay.
Yes, that's true. You know, the saddest part of when your daughter gets to be like 13 is you just can't, they don't want you near them. You can't, don't hug me, don't love, just never again.
They
come-
stop laughing at all the jokes.
Stop laughing.
Ah.
You're everything you say is now stupid. It was the worst day of my life when she stopped being that great buddy that you had for so long. Yeah.
So then did your comic instincts kick in like mine, and you just started berating her like a heckler? Like, just,
No.
no, all right.
Yeah, you need to not do that. Okay, well, Danny Browning, everybody. Where are you going, Danny?
Thanks, man.
Where are you working?
Oh, where am I going? Next week, I'm in Newburgh/Evansville, Indiana.
Ooh, that's a good gig.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I have some other rando stuff coming up throughout the summer. So,
You're going to Crackers coming up, aren't you?
yeah, I just did Crackers a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you just did it. Okay, great.
Everything says hello as always. And so, yeah, DannyBrowning.com. DannyBrowning.com. If you're interested in booking a fundraiser for a group or a nonprofit, check out LaughingDadEntertainment.com. And yeah,
All right.
I can
Danny
book
Brown.
Brad and Steve on a show for you guys. There you go.
All right.
If you own a boat and you need a comedian, go to bradtassel.com.
No, I have enough boats in my life at this point. So. Speaking of nothing to do with boats, it's Patti, everybody. Where are you?
I'm here. Oh,
You're here.
I'm right here. What? I'm here.
No, where are you?
I don't know how
Are you
to
at
help you.
home? Are you at home?
Oh, where am I? I'm in my bedroom. I keep finding, like, every time we do this, I try to find different places that are not cluttery in my bedroom. And this is speaking of kids, I think these are Declan's hands.
Yeah. I'd say if you were up just a little bit more, they'd look like antlers in your head.
I know. I was trying to figure out how to. Right there.
Right there. All right. Well, Steve, where do we?
Let's do an intro.
All right.
It's time for a Patti Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses. She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt.
With or without antlers.
You guys were talking about your daughters. I was doing my taxes for the last few days, and it's wonderful to watch them grow up. It's harder when they're no longer a tax deduction. I'm not really enjoying this year.
Hey, how are they not?
Griffin's 19 years old.
So he's still.
I don't get but I don't get a child tax credit. You get $1,000 when they're under 18. Oh yeah, you didn't know that? That's why you want more money this year, Brad.
No, he's still 500.
Hey, well, my child's 40, so.
And he does live in your house. He's just in the dorm. His address is still your address.
I know.
Knows
I
everything
claim
about
him as
raising
independent,
kids
but you don't
except
get as much money when they're over 18.
You do not.
Here's the
You
thing
do
about
not.
doing my own taxes. Last year I did my taxes and they sent me a letter saying, hey, you forgot something. And I'm like, if you know what I had, why you even bother making me do it?
That's
Because
right.
it says buy
Yes.
if you perjure yourself, you're going to jail. And every year I sign my taxes going, this might be the year I go to jail. I don't know.
Yep.
And it's not just because my kids are 19. Here's the thing. The taxes were going to be the thing I was going to tell you about tonight, but I do have to update you on my health because as many of you know, I had surgery. For those of you who don't know, I had my tatas reduced, and we're not going to get into it today, but it is weird going into public since everyone knows. Like, I can't help but look. I'm like, hey, I talked about them. Go ahead and look. They're fabulous. But here's the problem. They're about 4 pounds lighter. But here's the thing. I have been sick the entire time. I got a migraine coming out of surgery. I had an upper respiratory infection. And then last Saturday, not this past Saturday, a week ago Saturday, I woke up thinking, did I sprain my ankle in my sleep? And the next day, a rash appeared. And guess what? Well, first what I did was, if you have a rash and you're not really sure if you should bother with it, there's actually an app for that because I thought, hey, they have apps for flowers and plants if you don't know what it is. So I took a picture of my rash. It was shingles. It wasn't scabies.
Oh no, shingles.
I have shingles.
Oh my
'Cause
God.
And here's the sad part. It's not the first time in my life I've had shingles. I had them when I was 17. Long story. Don't share your mother's loofah on your elbows. I'm just saying. Not a great idea. It's gross. It's as gross as you think it is. But this is my second time. Please, for the love of everyone, get your shingles vaccination because 1 in 5 people will have permanent nerve damage. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the 1 in 5 because I can't walk. It's fun. I'm fine. I'm totally fine, you guys. But here's the thing. All these other things, I have to tell you about 2 more things because have you ever been driving to someone's house and you miss their house or you pull into someone's driveway? When I do that, I turn my lights down because I think, I don't want to shine my brights into someone's house. And then you back up and you turn around and you go, guess what happened over the weekend? A guy saw a car coming down his driveway that he didn't recognize, shot into the car and killed a 20-year-old woman. And that I thought was going to be the kicker. Only yesterday, apparently a kid in Kansas went to the wrong address looking for his sister. Guy shot him in the face. You guys, you know what? Get vaccinated against the shingles because you can't vaccinate against stupid. That's my mouth.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm here
gosh.
somewhere. There I am.
Yay.
Yay.
I found you. I got you, Steve. So,
Hi.
wow, that is shingles. And I was
Yep.
complaining about dumping milk on my computer. That is crazy. Yeah, the shingles vaccine. I thank God every day I got the shingles vaccine. 2 shots, and it was amazing. I mean, that's
It hurts a lot. Well, one of the triggers for shingles, because it lives in your body. I had chickenpox when I was 4. It lives in your body forever. And apparently one of the triggers is surgery.
Yeah,
Stress.
and smaller boobs also. One of
And
the-
smaller boobs. Yes.
Hey, so do you owe money tax-wise?
Yes. About it depends on I'm still massaging the numbers, Brad.
Yeah, we owe 5,500 this year.
Mine will be about somewhere in the 2,000 range.
Well, that's good. I'll loan it to you. It'll be great.
Hey,
Yeah,
Excellent.
but yeah,
you know
but
what?
see,
It's tough for people who are self-employed.
yeah. Well, and with like my wife and me and income and who knows
Yeah.
what the hell to pay. Now you have one thing you do have though is your son got a scholarship, so you guys aren't getting the college tax credit.
No.
Like the fact that we pay $32,000 a year for college, we get a whole $2,500 off our taxes.
Oh, see,
Oh.
that's the thing. I can't. Yeah, exactly. I can't complain because it means that I made some money this year. Hey, as
Yeah.
liberals, as progressives, and we believe in paying our taxes, and I'm
That's
being
right.
very patriotic. Yay! I'm
And
sure
I
it's
could
going
buy,
to-
yeah, I owe taxes, but you're right. I can afford to buy a car and a new computer when it breaks. So, I mean, and Steve can afford to have his lawn mowed by a struggling musician.
That's right. And he gets a breast reduction, and Brad's computer is lactating.
That's right. So, that's right. So Patti, okay, so
Nice.
I hope you feel better. I mean, this is a month-long odyssey, this shingles.
It's been
And
rough. I'm not gonna
I hope you
lie.
feel better. Can you work? You're working though.
Yeah, I've been going back to the office. I've been doing radio. I've been doing comedy. I'm fine. I'm totally fine.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
By the way, guess who called into my show today? Because his business partner or writing partner, W. Kamau Bell from the United Shades of America. He and I
Wow.
we started in comedy together back in the
Wow.
90s.
Ooh, okay.
Did you remember me? No, I shouldn't remember me.
Oh, I should.
I'm just kidding. He wouldn't know me from Adam. So that was great. Wow. So is he going to be on more regular?
I hope so. I don't know. we'll see. If you don't know who he is, he also did the We Have to Talk About Cosby documentary, and he has another one coming out called 1000% Me about biracial children. So cool.
Great. All right. Well, do we need to plug anything?
Just listen to my radio show, please. We'd love to have you guys listen and call in and text.
And let's get Tatas going. The year you got a breast reduction, we ought to be able to do some comedy at Tatas.
I know. We have a fundraiser coming up there, and it's just a mess with the show that I've locally done.
What is Tatas?
It's a club.
It's a Tata's Kitchen and Social, where I've been producing comedy shows, which cost me money on my taxes. But she's been struggling with the city with her permits, and so they're jacking her around. So
okay,
I heard that.
Chicago.
That taco sauce.
Chicago.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks, Patti.
Okay, so Steve, are you gonna do now? You're gonna do a
Yeah,
song.
time for this.
Are you gonna do the one you didn't do with Lauren, or a different one?
No, I'm gonna do a different one.
All right.
For
I love it.
extremely good reasons. Let's do this first. Here we
Let's do
go.
it.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Yeah, there really is no reason, except I suppose the fact that everybody has gone completely nuts with gay rights, trans rights, beer, the whole thing. This song by my friend Ty, that's very politically incorrect, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, we had us a little baby boy, a bundle of our pride and joy. You know, we're just as happy as can be. Now he's crawling around the house, and I don't mind not going out. There's just one little thing that troubles me. He looks like Bubba, your friend you said was gay. He looks like Bubba. Well, I guess the world's a stage. He's got his eyes, he's got his smile, and can't deny the fact you and me are white, our boy and Bubba's black. Well, our friends ain't too much said a thing, and your folks said, well, I'll be, and my folks ain't ever been around. Now, your folks said that's the key. It's one of them skips a generation things. Well, I ain't find their reasoning too sound. And I'm going to scroll down while we hold this chord in anticipation of the next chorus. He looks like Bubba. Your friend you said was gay. He looks like Bubba. Well, guess the world's a stage. He's got his eyes, he's got his smile, and can't deny the fact. Once you've been with Bubba, you ain't ever going back. There's a solo. Let's do another chorus. He looks like Bubba. Bubba! Your friend you said was gay. He looks like Bubba.
Bubba.
Yes, I'm on my way. Well, it ain't like I ain't got a plan. Now the truth has set me free. I'm gonna move in with your sister. You know, her little girl looks a lot like me.
My face. Good job, Steve.
Good job.
No reason at all.
Bubba, everybody. Bubba. That's
And
fantastic.
now,
Oh yeah, this thing.
it's time for a little begging as I get
That's
this
right.
thing. And here
Begging you got it.
Donate to Bubba.
happen.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
Hi everybody, this is Brad Tassell. You know,
Looked at my side where it's empty and went on down.
I don't
exactly.
know what that is.
All
Carry
right,
on.
glad that's over. Hi, everybody. I'm Brad Tassell. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com. And you know, every time I think something in my life has gone wrong and I should feel sorry for myself, I listen to Patti and what's going on in her life. And I know everything's okay because, man, shingles, I'm so sorry. So, but we also owe taxes. Me, Patti, Steve has a mower he's got to fix. So go to virtual.
You asked everybody but me. You assume I don't know anything. Thank you very much.
We didn't get into it. Do you owe taxes?
Yeah.
Okay. So even Steve owes taxes. Danny, how about you, buddy? Danny's gone.
He's
Lauren?
out mowing the lawn.
No, but that's because for the first time I paid quarterly, which
You paid first time in 40 years you paid quarterly. Good job. All right, you learned.
Which is nice.
So anyway, go to virtualcomedyshow.com and give us all the money you have because we owe a lot of it. And I just bought a new car.
And I'm paying off my album.
And pay off and buy her album too. And if you donate $10,000, we'll buy 50 Lauren Mayer albums and give them out. How about that?
And a chai latte.
And a chai latte, everybody. So
$100
and by the way, the new computer I bought, a removable keyboard. So if I dump anything on the keyboard, just take it off, throw the keyboard at the barista, and run on with my life. So you know what? That's good enough. Just give us money or you won't. It's okay. We're fine.
Okay, it's time for the worst joke of the week.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
The worst joke of the week. McDonald's will be upgrading its hamburger for the first time in history. The buns will be softer, the cheese will be gooier, and they will replace the patty with beef.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like the fact that Brad drinks only Coke Zero for breakfast. That's what you get when you watch this show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We hope you enjoyed the virtual comedy show. You don't have to dress up, no, 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 no. You can be like Brad and go commando. Every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com. That's right.
The stream has ended.